Good night. I'm here. Okay, so I'm gonna expand on yesterday's topics a little bit because it's important. Okay. The first one being the music and like how Mr. Fix It was seen in, excuse me, in that particular song. Okay, I can't even remember what the name of that song is, but it's on Dark Lane Memo tapes. Okay. Anyways, the article, I found it. All right. I made sure to have the article for you today. It's from medicalexpress.com. It says new psychology research suggests your favorite songs reveal your attachment style. Very easy, very simple. It says, what does having a particular artist on repeat tell us about how to or how not to navigate our romantic lives, friendships, and family ties? Whether it's Adele or The Weeknd, the lyrics can say a lot about you, and it's all related to attachment styles or how people typically think, feel, and act in relationships. This is very key. This is why this is important. You're gonna love what I have to say this morning. Okay, here we go. So, real quick, just to give you a breakdown of what these attachment styles are, and I've touched on them a couple times myself, but just to be sure that you know what I'm talking about. Anxiously attached people worry about being rejected and seek a lot of reassurance about their relationships. Avoidantly attached people respond to their negative expectations of relationships by closing off emotions and intimacy in favor of independence. People with mixed attachment styles have confused expectations, fluctuating between clingy and cold. So that's someone who's anxious and avoidant. And then you have secure, which is people who have an optimistic outlook on relationships and are open to communicators and trust their partner. Okay, so they went through 7,000 songs. Here's a quick. It's not near 7,000, but these are the most popular in the last decade, I guess. Actually, not the last decade, because there's some other ones. All right, here we go. Avoidant songs. Oh, you're gonna love this. Beyonce, Irreplaceable. Chris Brown, Say Goodbye. NSYNC, Bye Bye Bye. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, TLC, Scrubs. Rihanna, Take a Bow. And The Weeknd, The Hills, and Heartless. Look, they said The Weeknd is completely avoidant. I think his music is switching tones now. Okay, personally, but them earlier them earlier albums definitely avoidant attachment. Okay, anxious songs. Adele, Someone Like You. The Police, Every Breath You Take. Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball. Adele, Hello. Oh, they put her on there twice too. U2, One. Okay, the group is U2. The song is One, just for those who don't really know who that is. All right, Seether, Broken. No Doubt, Don't Speak. You know, I went through a lot of phases in life, and that was my favorite. The No Doubt phase was a great phase. All right. Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man, and Drake, Hotline Bling, which is what I brought up yesterday, right? So then secure songs are, we'll do those last. So Anxious Avoidant, which is mixed, are Carrie Underwood, Before He Cheats. Gautier, I don't think I'm saying that right. Somebody That I Used to Know. Taylor Swift, Bad Blood. Sam Smith, I'm Not the Only One. Neo, So Sick. Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me. Adele, Rolling in the Deep. Adele? Never mind. Hold on. Rihanna featuring Drake, Work. Eminem featuring Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie. All right. Keep in mind that like a lot of my favorites right here. But anyway, secure songs. Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. The Beatles, Love Me Do. Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud. Plain White Tees, I Love You. John Legend, All of Me. Michael Bublé, I Haven't Met You Yet. Beach Boys, Wouldn't It Be Nice. Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You. Etta James, At Last. Justin Bieber, Holy. Now, every artist goes through a fluctuation of those things, right? So it's not like The Weeknd, all of his songs are avoidant. It's not like Beyonce, all of her songs are avoidant. But what's important to pay attention to is, especially when it comes to these executives that people have been complaining about lately, and the fact that not all of these artists write their songs. Note that the secure songs, most of them are from a time, like not our time frame. And then the most of them that they mentioned are not, unfortunately, not people of color. There's only 2 songs on that list that are, 3, I'm sorry. 3 that are people of color. The rest are white men. Okay, so what gets pumped into the atmosphere, and that's always been a complaint lately, right? What's going into the waves for black people versus what goes into the waves for white people, right? White women hear how beautiful they are and how loved they are all the time, and black women hear how they're whores and they're just getting ran through type shit, right? So when you think about these executives and what they're approving for their label, and this also goes back to the hive-like thinking as well, right? Because it says how people typically think, feel, and act in relationships. So if you wanted to perpetuate togetherness, then you would make sure that your label provides music that has togetherness. Whereas if you want divide in a culture, you make sure that a lot of their music is anxious and avoidant. I will never say, okay, so, I'm real big on music myself. I'm very obsessive about a few artists, but all of these songs I know, all right? I will never say that they didn't use music to harm, and it was only there's a specific group of people that were able to decipher things in the music, regardless of who it was, even if it was meant to harm, right? Even if the people aren't necessarily good people. I'm not sitting here and I'm claiming all these people are good people just because I'm obsessed with their music. Let's make sure everybody understand that too, right? But by looking at this list, you can determine that a majority of the black artists are being pushed to assist in hive-like thinking. I mean, that is actually why this was important for me to bring up. So moving on to the second topic that was yesterday's topic as well, but I wanted to expand on it because I said some stuff when I watched the video back. I was like, duh, yeah. Okay, so 1. Gents, sorry again, if you don't want to be included in this conversation, you don't have to be. It's a woman thing, all right? But I brought my Femi cup today to give you a better visualization, and I was in the process of cleaning them anyway. But 1, yes, actually, birth control it does diminish the lining so that you can't get pregnant. If there's no lining there, then you can't get pregnant. I understand that point, but what I was trying to explain is that it shouldn't, the amount of clotting I was seeing shouldn't have done that. And so to give you an idea, this right here is my Femi cup, okay? It's actually called a salt though. It's SAALT, okay? It's my cup. This was full after 2 hours, and when I pour it out, it's a clot. That's way too big. That's not normal. Some type of level of clotting is normal, okay? Because you are literally taking the inside flesh of your body and shedding it. So the level of clotting is normal. This entire cup was full with a clot. That's a lot. We added, it's a lot. All right. So just so we have some understanding of as to what I was trying to explain to you. That's not normal. That part. Okay. So I just want to clarify that because I wanted to clarify that yes, you are actually the birth control is too thin lining. That's how you don't get pregnant. If there's no lining there, the egg cannot attach and penetrate. That is the point of it. But what I was experiencing was very abnormal. And everyone knows if you have clots that are bigger than a quarter, then you are to seek medical attention. And that's what was even more of a red flag because there was no underlying medical issue. I had an ultrasound done, 2 types of ultrasounds, blood work and, PAPs. No underlying condition. In fact, the radiologist has said the ultrasound came back completely unremarkable. I was like, I felt offended. I was offended, like, unremarkable, motherfucker? Do you know what kind of pussy you just got? So, that's all I had to say this morning. Oh my God. That's all I had to say this morning. No, I didn't. No, I have one more. I noticed something. I noticed a trend in TV as well. Okay, like when I'm sitting here and I'm talking about the music, I also noticed a trend in TV. There is always like a love triangle, right? I can't give you specifics right now. Just know there's always a love triangle. There's always 3. Always. Aaron has a show that he really likes called The Hollow. It is 2 boys and a girl trying to complete some type of mission in a simulation. And for some reason they get split up because one boy likes the girl, but she likes the other guy, right? Same thing, Twilight. You got Jacob, you got Edward, and she's got to choose, right? Another one Aaron really likes, Ladybug, Miraculous Ladybug. Now this one's kind of interesting because it's a love triangle and, so it's a love triangle and it's this. Okay. I forget her name, but the main character, Ladybug, her normal self, like her human self, not her superpower self, her human self loves Adrian, okay? Adrian loves Ladybug. Adrian does not know that Ladybug is, what is her name? Marinette. He does not know that she is Marinette, all right? So he doesn't notice Marinette because he's in love with Ladybug. And Ladybug does not pay attention, like Adrian is Cat Noir. Cat Noir and Ladybug are partners, okay? But they don't know each other's secret identities. So Adrian is in love with Ladybug. Okay, Adrian is in love with Ladybug because he is Cat Noir. So when Cat Noir hits on Ladybug, Ladybug don't want nothing to do with him. She's in love with somebody, okay? So he admires that about her, but if they actually knew each other's identities, they'd be fine. They'd be perfect, right? Then she has a friend named Luca, and Luca loves Marinette. But Marinette, again, loves Adrian. And all this time, she thinks Adrian doesn't give a fuck about her. But the whole time, he does. He just doesn't know she's Ladybug. I'll be seeing it everywhere. This is how it's supposed to be. A lot of us were like incarnated with relationships that look just like that. It is a common theme. There is always some kind of love triangle, love square for some of us. Love octagon for some of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed that too. And there's even more references, but those are the best ones I have off the top of my head. Yeah. So y'all have a good day.